Hi guys, this is Erika at Create Your Future. I'm one of the coaches here on staff. And today I wanted to talk a little bit more about affirmations and what they are. So, what is an affirmation? It's just a thought, right? And now we know that our thoughts create. So, let's see your affirmations, your thoughts as that magic wand. Whatever it is that you're thinking, you have the power of creating with that magic wand, right? So that's why having a good mental diet and being conscious of your thoughts and creating affirmations in your favor is super important, right? So if an affirmation is just a thought, we've been thinking our whole lives, right? So we've been affirming our whole lives. So, but now that we know about the love assumption, we want to be thinking consciously to create consciously, knowing that we are creating everything with those wonderful thoughts, right? That's why I've mentioned in other videos before, we have to make a commitment with ourselves to only think about what we want in order to create what we want. Because we don't, having this knowledge of the fact that thoughts create, we cannot allow ourselves to keep thinking negativity, because then we might end up creating something we don't want to experience anymore, right? So now, how are we supposed to affirm? It's also important to know that we don't affirm to get a result. This is the law of assumption, right? So when we are affirming, we're just saying what we already are, right? For example, my name. I don't affirm all day, I'm Erika, I'm Erika, I'm Erika, I'm Erika, because I already know that I am Erika, right? I just say, when I introduce myself to someone, I just say, oh yeah, I'm Erika, like at the beginning of this video, right? Just because it's who I am, right? I assume that I am Erika. That's how we're supposed to affirm. No, it's just like, but what we are not supposed to do, right, is affirm, and like, where is it? For example, my SP contacts me all the time. My SP contacts me all the time, like that, right? And then we keep checking, well, where is it? Where is it? That means that we have not really assumed that situation, right? When we're like, oh yeah, like he contacts me all the time. What's next, right? Then that's when it happens, because you are already in the state, right? You already assume that that's what it is. That's how things manifest. So another example of how we're supposed to affirm, right? It's, I'm a girl, right? So I don't affirm all day, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl. Oh my gosh, am I still a girl? Like, let me check. Like, what if I'm still not a girl? Like, I don't understand. Like, why am I not a girl? Like, I thought I was a girl, but you know what I mean? So it's just affirm with that detachment, right? Yeah, my SP loves me and adores me. So that's the kind of detachment that you want to have. And then, but I really think that it all goes back to the belief in yourself as the upper power, right? The belief in the power of your affirmations. When you're like, when I affirm that my SP loves me and adores me, I know that's what it is, and it will reflect in the 3D. So, right? So it all goes back, it all circles back to really believing in yourself as the upper power, really believing in the fact that no one is creating any situation in your life but you. I am the cause of everything that has ever happened and will always happen in my life. So now I just use that power that I am to create what I want, right? So that's the way that you want to affirm, with that detachment, believing in the power of your affirmations, right? Now, also, what is an affirmation is, it's also what you're saying, what you're speaking, because what we cannot do is, for example, affirm, my SP loves me and adores me, right? I'm affirming. But then when I call my friends, I'm like, and they ask me about my SP, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't think he really cares. Like, he hasn't contacted me in days. I don't think he loves me. Like, and then you start complaining about him. Then That means you are creating both situations, and that's why a lot of people end up getting hot and cold behavior is because you need to know that the power of your thoughts, right? But also, what is it that you're saying? Because you are all powerful. So make sure that what you're affirming, what you're thinking also matches what you're saying. That's why also a lot of people, and I think Neville used to say that when you are manifesting something, there is power in not talking about it to anyone else. Because going back to everyone is you pushed out, when you talk about what you're trying to manifest to someone else, they will most likely will reflect back to you your fears, right? For example, going back to that example of my SP loves me and adores me, right? I'm manifesting that reality. If I go talk to my friends, right, they might say, oh yeah, like it doesn't look like he really cares about you because blah blah blah, right? That means that my friend is telling me that because she's reflecting back to me that I might have a fear that he doesn't really love me, right? So I believe that there is power in just don't talk about it, right, with anyone, unless of course it's someone that knows about the love assumption and it's supporting you, right? That's why there's a lot of groups out there, manifestation groups, where you can talk about what you're manifesting with other people, and they're there to support you and guide you, like, no, don't think that way, look at what you're talking about, look at what you're saying, right? Which brings me to another important topic. Always check your thoughts, check about what you're saying. For example, I see that in the, let's say, in the videos, right, or in groups about manifestation, a lot of people are talking about what they want to manifest, but they say, oh, for example, oh yeah, like I'm trying to manifest my SP, but he hasn't contacted me in a month. It's important to read what you're saying, right? Look at what you're thinking. You are trying to manifest your SP. That means that you haven't assumed that he is already in your life, right? And then when they say, but he hasn't contacted me, right? That means that you're assuming he's not contacting you. Therefore, you will keep manifesting no contact because you're still assuming that he doesn't contact you. So what we have to do is assume that you already have it. If the universe is always saying yes to me, I have to jump into that state of already having it, meaning I think and affirm and assume I already have what I want. For example, my SP loves me and adores me. I'm assuming it that I already have it, even though maybe the 3D is still not showing me that. It doesn't matter. The 3D, it's irrelevant. Circumstances don't matter. So I just stay in that assumption and persist in the assumption of my SP loves me and adores me, and I stay there until that hardens into facts, right? So the universe says, okay, yes, he does, and then it will deliver me what I want. But I have to stay there. That means that it doesn't matter what I'm seeing in my 3D reality. It doesn't matter if this morning he told me, I never want to see you again. It doesn't matter. I stay persisting in the fact that he loves me and adores me. And when he said that to me this morning, it was just old. It's something that I created with a past assumption of fear. I don't know. I don't care. But I persist in the assumption of my SP loves me and adores me, and he will conform. Because in my reality, I am the only one with 100% free will, and he has 0. Right? Okay. So another point. When are we supposed to affirm? Super important. Like I said before, affirmations are just thoughts, and I think we have like 60,000 thoughts a day or 70,000 thoughts a day. That means like all day I have to be conscious of my thoughts, right? Or affirm throughout the day, which is what I do. So, but a lot of people, what they do is they affirm, I don't know, let's say a total of 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, right? They're affirming about what they want. But the rest of the day, they're thinking negativity. like they're affirming, oh, my SP loves me and adores me like 10 minutes a day, right? But the rest of the day, they're like wondering, whoa, I don't know like what he's doing. He hasn't contacted me. I think he might not like me. What if he's dating other girls? Let's check social media and see who he's following. And so it's important to know that the most predominant thought that you have will always project out into the 3D world. So that means you have to tip the scales, right? If I want to see changes in my reality, that means I have to be very conscious of my thoughts, be on my mental diet, right? And affirm a lot about what I want, because that predominant thought will harden into facts. So that's why we have our mental diets, right? We're conscious of what we're thinking throughout the days. We do affirmations like in a cycle, right? A mantra. We do a mantra, meaning I repeat it, I repeat it, I repeat it, knowing that, you know, if it's my most predominant thought, it will also manifest faster. Also, what I think is when you're affirming throughout the day about what you want, you're not letting empty space, right? You're not leaving empty space for you to start thinking anything negative. It's like you're prepared, right? No, I'm prepared. I'm boom, 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 affirming. That means there's no empty space for me to start thinking negativity, because what I notice is when I didn't have a mental diet, let's say I was taking a shower, right? And I will all of a sudden, I will realize that I was having an argument with someone, usually my SB. And I was like, where did this come from? Right? So I think that when you are not conscious of what you're thinking, I call it the autopilot mind. That's when the program, right? The subconscious program starts running, and that's when you start thinking negativity. Now, if that's what I'm thinking throughout the day, that's what I end up manifesting, because I'm thinking it all day. So again, you have to tip the scales and affirm throughout the day if you want to see results. Have a mantra. A lot of people recommend, a lot of coaches recommend to have at least 2 or 3 affirmations per topic, right? For example, they have 2 or 3 affirmations for a relationship. For example, oh, my SP loves me and adores me. He's my perfect partner. Like, we are so committed to each other. Affirmations for your body. I have the perfect body. I am at my perfect weight. I feel so sexy. An affirmation for money. Money flows to me like water. I always have a lot of money. Money always comes back to me multiplied. So have those 2 to 3 affirmations per subject. So that means whenever you think about money, you go to your affirmations and you're like repeating them in cycles, right? I mean, everything is good, right? As long as you're affirming about what you want and you're not allowing negative thoughts. Now, what happens if you notice that you think something negative? Don't freak out, because a lot of people, now that they know that your thoughts create, they're like, oh my gosh, I just had a negative thought. Like, what now? And then they start having fears about the thought, meaning their focus is on that negative thought, and then they end up creating that negative thought because they're focusing on that, right? So don't worry about it. Okay, just observe the thought is negative, but say, cancel, no, and then affirm the opposite, something positive. I know that a negative thought in vibration is very low compared to a positive affirmation, a positive thought. So let's say that all of a sudden I think, oh, my SP doesn't care about me. I'm like, cancel, no, thank you, Karen. We don't need you here, right? And I affirm the opposite. No, my SP loves me and adores me. I'm magnificent. I'm perfection. That's why he's madly in love with me. Do you see how I cancel that negative thought that is low in vibration? And I affirm like what, 3, 4, 5 affirmations that are positive? Which one do you think wins? So, and then the more you do that, you're going to notice that those positive affirmations will start creating that reality, and that negative thought won't even show up anymore. So, because you replace the program. Now, something else that I also noticed now that like I said, what I do is I affirm throughout the day. As soon as I wake up, I start affirming. I affirm throughout the day, and I make sure that I also affirm before I fall asleep, or I go to sleep with a meditation and or a subliminal, whatever, right? Whatever it is that is gonna have me in that positive mindset, instead of me thinking about bills or or world problems, or no, like make sure that the last thought you have is positive, because you're taking that into your subconscious mind, right? So where was I going with that? Ooh, I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, just make sure that you're thinking about what you want, and avoid not thinking about what you don't want, knowing that your thoughts create, your thoughts are powerful, your thoughts are that magic wand. Now I'm trying to remember what it is that I was talking about. Anyways, maybe if I remember, I'll talk about it in my next video. But yeah, pretty much like what I want you guys to know is, know that you are the open power, that you are the only one that's creating in your life. Now that you know about law of assumption, create consciously, okay? And don't be worried about negative thoughts, right? Just cancel them and affirm about what you want. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. I noticed that when I started affirming, right, throughout the day, if I will get up in the middle of the night, before I did this, right, I will get up in the middle of the night and I will immediately feel this feeling in the pit of my stomach, like when you're worried. And I didn't even know why, but I know that throughout the day I was thinking negativity. So I'm sure the subconscious mind was still running when I was sleeping, still thinking negativity. So when I would wake up in the middle of the night, I would feel that, because that's how I was feeling probably all day. So when I started affirming, conscious manifesting, affirming throughout the day with a good positive mental diet, I noticed that when I will wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, sorry, TMI, but I will notice that my mind will immediately go to boom, affirmations. Like I will wake up, I'm got on my reality. I always get what I want. My SP loves me and adores me. I'm so magnificent. I'm perfection, right? So that's when I noticed that I had changed my program, right? My subconscious program. And yeah, it's all about repetition, persistence, believing in yourself. Persistence remove resistance. So just use it and be patient with yourself. Again, don't have fears about, oh, what if I had a negative thought? It doesn't matter. No, just cancel it. And you can affirm, I only my positive thoughts manifest, to get rid of that fear. Or if you feel like you're always afraid, affirm, I am fearless. I am confident. I always get what I want, right? And have fun with it. That's what's super important too. I think it's fun to start affirming, knowing that it's going to give me that result, right? And the more I persist and repeat this affirmation, it will happen faster. So I'm just excited. So again, have fun with it, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you need specific help with your specific situation, I'm here for you. I would love to help you. All the links are in the description down below. I also wanted to remind you guys that we're still running our contest of 3 free coaching sessions. We're running the contest until we reach 100,000 subscribers. So all you have to do to participate is comment, like, and subscribe. And I think you have to comment on each video, or whatever video you want, right? You can comment what is it that you manifested using the law of assumption, and you can mention that you have subscribed to the channel, and that's it. And then once we reach the 100,000 subscribers, the winners will be picked up randomly. So tell your friends about it, right? Tell your friends how wonderful it is to use the law of assumption, right? And yeah, that's it from me today, guys. Thank you again for watching, liking, and subscribing. Have a wonderful day. Bye.